Hi guys, today's post is all about how to stay smart and safe in extreme temperatures. In Victoria today, it's scheduled to reach up around 40 degrees. And in Australia, our culture is very much about let's get out in the sun, have a few beers, a few wines, and get really social. But there's a few important factors we need to consider. We all hear in the media that vitamin D is released when we're exposed to the sun, which is, a good thing. And Gil Hedley also says that when we absorb or we get exposure to sunlight through our eyes, it can cleanse our blood too. But if we think back to the 50s, we had something called Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And something that's absolutely essential for our survival is shelter. But we don't tend to consider that during summer. We could have zero sun exposure up until a 40-degree day, and then we strip our clothes back, we get into our singlets or even t-shirts off, bikinis and that at the beach, and it can do a lot of damage. Now, not only from a health perspective leading to skin cancer, but also in terms of your performance. So people don't realise this, but when you are exposed to a lot of sun and you get sunburn, that's a stress on the body. So if you want to train and exercise when you're still suffering from that stress from the sun, your performance is going to drop right off. So it's important to understand that if you are trying to be a peak performer, achieve your best, then having too much sun can be a big risk factor. And a lot of tennis players who play for hours and hours on end in the sun can really suffer a bit of damage over a period of time. So a few rules you want to follow during these hot days. If you're going to exercise, don't be like those guys who take their t-shirt off, tuck it in the back of the pants and go for a 40-kilometer run. It can absolutely destroy your body. The best thing you can do is get up early before the hot temperature hits and get your training out the way nice and early in the morning. Another thing is wearing light coloured clothing that don't absorb the sun. Wearing a hat, sunglasses, we all know the rules, and especially sunscreen. A lot of my friends often say, don't worry about that, I get a bit burnt but then it goes brown and I build up my resilience that way. But it's not the way to go, guys. You really need to look after your skin and your health. So to finalise a couple of things you want to look for is training early in the morning, making sure you look after your skin with hats and sunscreen and sunglasses, and also being really smart about it. If you're going to go out and you're going to have a few drinks, get in the shade. And I know it's an old method we hear, but having a water in between your drinks, water is so important during these hot conditions. So I hope you enjoyed the day, guys, and just play it smart.